This is my long-term review of the BYD ATTO 3. As many of you know, I've been a Tesla Model 3 owner for a year, and right now I get a chance to drive this car for almost a month. And let me share with you my long-term verdict on how this car is for owners. The very first thing is the small compact design makes it really easy to park in Singapore's tight parking lots, even in older buildings and older HDBs. And you can see that the ground clearance is actually pretty decent, it's pretty high. It's actually right above the curb. So even when we drive, you can see that the car won't hit the curb. So that's a nice thing going on with this compact SUV. And this car, I've not washed it for the past few weeks. Gray, silver like this is a very good color that is easy to maintain. Unlike, let's say, black like this car over here. Black colors, you'll see the dirt more easily. But like a gray color like this, it's hard to tell that this car has not been washed for a couple of weeks. The thing I like about the car is the space behind. Because of the hatchback design, it is really easy to just put things in and out and store items. So over here, like compared to say a Tesla Model 3, I can actually sit in here more comfortably. And of course, if you are driving any EV SUV, you get similar benefits as well. So good ample storage space, easy enough to keep up to 2 large luggages, especially when picking up family and friends from the airport. On top over here, you can see that I've got this plate here that says that this is the 2024 BYD ATTO 3. Now, the thing that I appreciate about a car like this is the BYD ATTO 3 has a very competent app. So as you can see from the BYD app, you can see your range, your state of charge is 91% right now. So real world range is around 420 km. Good enough to drive to KL without charging. In a warmer day, especially in Singapore's climate, I can turn on the aircon remotely. They ask you for an operation password, so I just key it in. And once you do, it will say that it's loading and the aircon is on right now. So very easy to keep yourself cool. When you walk in, you won't be in an oven, especially in hot days. Now let's go into the front seats. I'll bring my videographer in to talk a little bit more about my long-term impressions with the car. Now there's 2 ways to operate the car. You can unlock with the app, or they do give you a physical key fob as well. So if I use a physical key fob, you can see it unlocks, my videographer goes in, and I'll see you in the front seat. Opening the front door, you can see that because I turn on the aircon, I can actually swipe all the way down with 3 fingers to just change the aircon fan speed, and I can swipe up and down. I can also just turn off the volume here. I can just swipe up and down in order to change the temperature as well. So let's say I'm a bit hot, I want it to be 19, I can do that. If the aircon is too low, I can use 3 fingers again, swipe in the direction I want the aircon to be at 2, and let go. And as you can see, the moment I walk in the car, Apple CarPlay is already on and integrated. Very seamless, very easy, wireless Apple CarPlay. So my phone goes in the wireless charger. The only thing that would be a nice upgrade is in the future that there were 2 wireless chargers in the BYD ATTO 3. In here on warm sunny days, there is a shade, and when it's evening like this, I can open the shade so that there's more natural light and I get to see the stars. The interior ambience lights look really nice, especially the nighttime. What I've been using a lot, you can see down here, this cubby over here, we're able to keep all our library books, our Nintendo Switch. Very practical storage space. Below here you can see I got my USB-C charging port as well to charge additional devices. So this allows me to charge, say, this Nintendo Switch over here, and the ERP2 cash cards down here. So just to pull out the cash card. It's not too hard for a driver to remove and plug back in because this is still quite a compact size vehicle. And the small size allows me to maneuver everywhere in Singapore. The turn radius has been pretty decent as well. Now, over the weeks using this, while people in reviews talk about the swivel screen, one thing to note is that the screen will not turn to vertical mode when you're in Apple CarPlay. See what happens when I click this? It says rotation not supported. When I go back to the main BYD menu, their own user interface, then yes, the rotation can happen. Same thing over here, I can press this same button on the steering wheel and the rotation goes back. Now for their intelligent cruise control or like their autopilot, it's very easy. I just press this plus button and I calibrate my speed. It starts at my current driving speed. So let's say I'm at 50, it starts at 50 and every time I pull the knob up, it goes up by 5 kilometers per hour. So knob up 2 times, it goes from 50 to 60. Very easy to use. If you stay in center lane, well-marked roads, the intelligent cruise control works perfectly. My feet don't need to be on the accelerator and it just helps us navigate and stay in the lane. Now, so even though it may not look like a very large car, the storage space is decent and I've got no problems at all with, again, how the car is built. The build quality has been solid. Every year BYD continues to improve the build quality, so no major complaints over here. The door handles, for friends who are new to this car, will still take some getting used to because sometimes they're looking for a door handle down here, but actually this is a door handle and you actually pull it down like that, like a dumbbell, and push open. So that's what I got used to over a few weeks of driving this car. Over here you can see I'm mostly driving in normal mode, so there's eco, normal, and also sports mode, which I can toggle down here in the center. So when I toggle here, it goes to sports, like the user interface turns red. When I go to normal, and then eco, just like that. And because I'm used to single pedal driving, I can toggle this for the regen mode settings. Right now it's on normal, and I can toggle this to high regen, so that the car actually slows down more when I let my foot off the accelerator. However, it is not full single pedal driving. So I do miss full single pedal driving. I hope that in the future BYD allows that option. Not everyone likes full single pedal driving, but some of us do. I think one thing that I missed as well, especially in a warmer climate, is ventilated seats. So the more premium BYD vehicles, like the Seal, the Sea Lion, they do have ventilated seats. Over here, for our BYD ATTO 3, they've got different cooling settings. However, there's no seat ventilation yet. Of course, this is an entry-level car. So for 160,000 Sing dollars, this is a very good offering already. And if BYD can do more, it will continue leading an edge as Singapore's #1 car. Okay, now that you've seen the interior, I have no complaints. The back seats have been pretty comfortable for Singapore city driving as well. There are flat floor beds, there are more charge ports behind. And these over here, you can even open it further, where you can actually become like a full sunroof. Like that. Very few cars nowadays allow us to stick our head out. In reality, I don't really use this much. It may feel like a gimmick to some people. It's a nice option, but I don't see most Singaporeans using this feature. So it's good to have it here. I think really a nice to have versus a must have for everyone. The sunshade, however, on sunny days, that's great. Okay, with that, let's head outside because one more thing I want to talk about is the charge port location and the charging speed. So I'll see you outside. One thing that people ask me a lot is, with this car, with the charge port in the front, do I always need to park head in? So let me show you. So this is the charge port location over here. It has 7 kilowatt AC charging speed. I hope that future versions upgrade it to 11 kilowatts because 7 kilowatts means it can take up to 10 hours to go from 0 to 100% charging. And most modern EVs now have at least 11 kilowatt AC charging. The DC charging is much faster, it's at 88 kilowatts. So you can go from 20-80% in about half an hour. And let's see, given where we are parked, whether this cable can reach the car. So down here, you can see I've got to pull it quite a bit. If I let it rest at the bottom, it won't be able to reach. You can see that I can't plug in the park right now, but if I pull it up more straight, then it lights up and I can charge. So, and I have to park all the way down. My wheel has to touch the curb to get enough space. So that's one way of charging. 4 out of 5 times in public chargers like this, it works for me. Some cables are longer. 1 out of 5 times the cables are too short and I have to get back in the car and park hidden in order to charge my car. So that's one thing to watch out for. The placement of the charger, hopefully for future versions, like the BYD Seal and the Sea Lion, should be placed towards the back. Whether it's the back left or back right, as long as it's the back, I think it's easier for most of us in Southeast Asia who reverse park. So that's on charging. Overall, to recap, I've had a lot of joy driving the BYD ATTO 3. For anyone who's asking, should I get this car? My short answer is yes. If this is going to be your first EV, if you want a good value option, I would strongly recommend the BYD ATTO 3. The price point including COE is roughly around 160,000 Sing dollars. That's really affordable. If you contrast this with a hybrid like a Toyota Prius, that's around 207,000 Sing dollars. So this is a lot more affordable, and this price includes up to 40,000 of EV rebates for anyone buying an EV. BYD has also included charging discounts with some major charge point operators, so you get even preferential pricing when charging a car. Compared to petrol, the cost of charging with electricity are almost 1/3 the price. So many people save on day-to-day running costs of the car, and on top of that, they save on long-term maintenance of the car, because EVs have a lot less moving parts than ICE cars. So the BYD ATTO 3 is a great entry-level car that I would recommend to everyone. Give it a test drive. For those who are looking for other form factors or options like sedans, MPVs, there are so many good EV options today. So for those who are also considering other cars at this price point, we've seen brands like the Aeon 5 releasing their own cars as well. There's so many more new Chinese EV brands in here on our streets in Singapore. However, BYD is now Singapore's #1 car brand with more than 10,000 cars in our country. So that gives a lot of new buyers peace of mind. Let me know what you think down in the video comments. If you found this video useful, please click the like button and hit subscribe to stay updated to more videos on EVs.